Hi, and welcome to Chat and That podcast episode. I don't know, whatever. FMP levers people. Today we don't have an FMP film production person. We have a FMP music and sound production.
Yes, music and sound production.
Okay. Ben Titmuss, is that your name?
Titmuss.
Yeah, woo, Ben.
Oh, let's give a handshake going.
Yeah. How's it coming on, Ben? You're a very busy guy.
Great, yeah. No, I'm finishing uni, which is big, scary stuff. But I'm moving on to the new ventures of the world. Scary
Sad.
stuff.
Yeah, don't leave, please.
Are you second year or third year?
Well, I like to call myself first year. Young as possible.
Oh, you failed. You failed a bunch.
What? No, second year. So. Yeah, we haven't seen each other for a while, have we? Yeah. You don't come into the MMC, do you?
Yeah, I don't know. I've a lot of faces scare me.
You don't come into that sound booth at all?
Why would I need to do that? I have a studio. I don't know. The MMC, the technology is great, but it's just I have that technology at home.
Oh, well.
Or better.
Well, it's a vibe. I go there for the vibe. It's nice.
Yeah, it's like a playground.
Yeah.
No, I like it. There's some great people.
Yeah. So I always ask this question: is that how did we both meet? Then what was the first time we both met? I ask this question to everyone.
Yes, that's a great question, Matt Kirby.
I think I know, but I'm going to see if you remember.
It was last year. It wasn't this year.
Yeah, it was last year.
I don't know. Was there an event, or did we just bump into each other? Who introduced us? I'm assuming Lucy.
It was Dan.
Oh God.
No, Dan.
Oh yes,
DJ.
No, in Burma.
Yeah.
No,
Burma
I do remember the first time
I
saw you with the other guy, that blonde guy. I don't know his name.
There was another blonde guy.
Yeah, it was you, Dan, and the other guy.
Was it Robin?
Robin.
Yeah, Robin. They were there. Yeah.
Is he blonde?
I don't think at the time. No.
Cool.
That's where I met Robin and you. Yeah, it was strange. Yeah, two music students.
No, it wasn't Robin. I know Robin.
Everyone was there, or probably another day.
No, blonde, long hair.
I don't know. Gracie? That's the only one that I know. No. All right, what doesn't matter. We met in Burma.
But then I remember that. Yeah. You were drunk.
You were blonde hair. Were you drunk?
I was blonde, and you were drunk.
I wasn't drunk.
Yeah, you were. Or
right.
Daniel was at least.
Dan was. Yeah, that's Dan. So you have to mention these people quickly. You got to mention the lovely Ella and Lucy.
True, the lovely Ella and Lucy.
We love Ella and Lucy.
They've got me through so much.
Yeah, we love Ella and Lucy. They will be on the show. They will. How did you meet Ella and Lucy then?
God, how did I meet? How did I meet Ella and Lucy? I just met Lucy.
Yeah.
Met her. And I met her.
And then met Ella. One of them, you meet the other one.
And then met Ella because Lucy introduced me to her.
Yeah.
That was really it. Met Lucy. She was very nice, and kind of just kicked off and been friends ever since.
Then met Dan.
Met Dan.
Pookie.
He's lovely. He's very talented guy.
He is very talented. We love Pookie.
Very talented.
When was the last time you saw Dan then? Because I haven't seen you, Ella and Lucy and Dan together.
I saw him
for a
like
while.
3 days ago, mate, when I was going for a walk. Just bumped into him with my shades on, and I said hi. And this was on Friday before the film premiere thing that happened,
right.
which I didn't go to because I was busy doing my FMP, which is handed in now today.
You handed it in today?
Yeah, finished.
Shit.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. So the film premiere was very, very good. You did the music for One Last Dance.
Yes, I've done music for a bunch of films. One big good one was the One Last Dance.
You also did lovely Becca's film, Bed Sheets. Jacob and Tamo's and Ed's film.
Yeah.
Bed Sheets. Yeah. The Ghost.
I did the one. I did the zombie one.
Oh, you did Lovers Dead as well.
Yeah. And I did the church one.
Didn't do the
Fathers.
Oh, Sins of a Father.
Sins of a Father. There we go.
Yeah.
I did that one.
And then you did one of my personal favourites, Final Entry.
Final Entry, one of the best films ever made.
Yeah.
Ever.
We'll get onto those later. The other person that I have on my list that we need to get back to meeting is kind of like your partner in crime, Izzy Cross. How did you meet Izzy, who's on your course?
Well, my partner in crime. That is a story and a half. Yeah, we met at we do the same course. So we met at the beginning of first year. She was small, innocent Izzy, and I was loud, flamboyant Ben.
Yeah.
And we sat on the opposite ends of the classroom, and we didn't talk, even though I wanted to. But then she was partnered up with someone pretty close, so I never really got the chance to intervene without daggers from him. So I just kind of was like, right, I'll just make friends with other people and then bide my time, which I did, and worked out very well, because as soon as they kind of went through some shit, I was like, do you want to go grab a sausage roll? And the rest is history, mate. Friendship, let's blossomed.
Nice.
And, help each other out. She's very talented. I've helped her out a
yeah.
lot. She's helped me out a lot. I like to have friends which have different expertise, because then I can use them for my own benefit. But in a friendly way.
Yeah.
In a lovely, friendly, like, I'm using them because they love me and I love them.
Yeah, yeah.
Not in like a...
But you did not just use her for music collaboration. My phone up for a second. Excuse me. There's just a film. Oh, it was an advert. Oh, God. So you did a music video which had been stuck in my head ever since.
Second year, one of our assignments was to do a
Happy Forever
for a video. You can skip to the good part. The beginning part's kind of weird. We had to do a music video for our assignments, and I decided to do one with Izzy. It's a nice little
it's very good. It's very good. Let me just. I'm gonna embarrass Izzy. Let me just show it. Yeah, it goes. I can't even see it, can you?
Now that is a shame.
My favourite is Happy Forever. Yeah. Happy Forever. There you go. Sorry, I just wanted to embarrass you.
No, it's fine.
I'm obsessed with it.
Song's called Happy Forever by Buttercup Butterflies on Spotify.
Why did you call it Butterfly?
Buttercup Butterflies.
Why did you call it that?
Because I made it when I was about 17, 16,
Right.
and I thought I like butterflies. They were my favourite animal. They probably still are. And buttercups are one of my favourite flowers. And I thought, hey, they both have butter in them. That is pretty damn cool. That's like alliteration out the wazoo. So I was just like calling myself Buttercup Butterflies, and it's original, it's unique, but it's a cool BB, bright sounding, happy, which is kind of like the vibe I like to go for. Despite how sad my songs can be, I like to always have that happiness.
Yeah, it's it's a very well edited music video and very good song.
Thank you.
It's stuck in my head for a month.
Despite it not being my expertise, I do like to edit. I'm big on editing stuff.
Oh, really?
I like to film. My passion has always been in film, apart from music, obviously, and especially since when you're deciding whether you're going to do what you do for A levels or whatever, or what you're going to do at uni, it was 50-50 between film and music. Hence why I have done so much with film while being at university studying music and sound production. I've worked on like 5 or 4 films because I love film. I love it more than some people who do film here.
Really?
Yeah.
So why didn't you go down the film path then? That's the next kind of question is, why did you, that's a good question. Why Winchester and why music? Why not film then if you love it?
Because I didn't want to wait till I'm 40 years old to make a film I'm proud of.
Okay.
That just seemed such a ball ache. Like, with music, I can make the song I want to make, and I can produce it how I want to produce it right now. Like, with no budget, with my laptop, on my own, I can do it. And that is the genius of music. I don't have to learn equipment. I don't have to buy equipment. I don't have to get actors. I don't have to organise a date. And it's just so much. And it's just like, I want to rely on myself. Film relies on way more than that. And so I just chose to be more expressive with music rather than film, because I knew I would just be trying to do loads of different films at the same time, and none of them would be to the quality that I want. Rather than with music, I can work on loads of different songs at the same time, but then I can also make songs of high quality. So that was the reason I decided. But I adore film. Instead, I'll just be a critic of it instead of a actual doer of film because I just don't have the time.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Well, I hope to direct all the music videos I do in the future.
Would you like to go down that route, music videos? Directing,
Well,
making music videos?
I'm never going to make a film because I'll be too busy with music, but, music videos are great for promotion. I've been in talks with Vass about making a music video for me.
Oh, really?
Because as much as I also want to make a music video myself, I also would like people to make music videos for me because that would be great. I have a lot of songs, so...
Bass is the person to be, really,
Yes,
to make music videos.
I'm
Bass
going
is the person to be.
to send him off my FMP today, probably, and be like, hey, pick any song you want, and you can do it. Music video.
Are you going to star on it?
If he wants me to. It's his passion project. It's my song. He can do whatever he wants with it, and I'm all for it.
Has he come to you?
I came to him, but he seemed up for it.
All right, okay.
But
do you know Manuela?
no.
Vass's friend, who Vass does a lot of music videos for her. She's very talented as well.
Great. I'd like to meet all these people, to be honest. I'm a very social person, but yes, communication and like contacts is such a big thing, and I know there's so many talented people in the MMC, and I'm glad to have them in my pocket. On my phone.
On your phone. But the question is why music and why just quickly why music and then why Winchester? So when you grew up, what was your thing? Was it music? What? Because by the way, I for this special occasion, I'm wearing a Beatles shirt. Kind of, I don't know if you like the Beatles.
No, do you know what Bandle is?
Bandle?
It's like a Wordle, but for music, and today was the Beatles. So
Oh,
it's
right.
actually a weird
Right,
coincidence.
right.
Not that it means
Yeah.
anything, but yeah, no, it's very, very bougie. The Beatles, are a big influence on me, as it is everything music, really, but I'm not a big Beatles fan because they just... No, I love the Beatles. I mean, okay, I just, there's Beatles fans, and then there's like me.
Yeah. But what was your? That's the lead on to the question. What was your musical influences?
Biggest musical influence was my cousin, for sure, 100%.
And that's when it started. That's how it all started.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. It's not like, I have a lot of musical influences, obviously, not when it comes to artists or my teachers or my friends, but Connor, my cousin, and then like everyone else down here, because he introduced me to DAWs like Logic and stuff like that. He introduced me to like songwriting and expression and just music and music theory and all that, which, another whole just topic of discussion, music theory and how important that is, but big influence, and I really looked up to him growing up. So due to that, like, music was just even cooler because how much I adored him and how much I looked up to him. Mate, he like sung a song, I'd be like, that's amazing. Or he showed me a song that he'd made on his laptop.
Wow.
I want to do that. And he was massive with like choir singing. He goes to Cambridge now. He sings for big choirs, which I never wanted to get into. So I thought, well, okay, if he's mastering that art, I'm going to do the complete opposite and do the technology side of things. He's got the theory. He's got the classical music stuff. I'm going to do the technological thing so that it's not just, Connor's just always going to be better than me. I'd rather read just two separate things. And that's why I chose production over music.
Wow.
Because, I just wanted my own thing. I'm very much like that. I hate not being original.
Wow.
Really
That's cool. That's a good answer to that question. Yeah. So your cousin, right. And it kind of bulldozed from there. What kind of stuff do you start listening to in music? What after your...
God, yeah. Once again, at the beginning, it started off massively as what was Connor listening to? I want to listen to that. And then it became, what's Connor not listening to? I need to find that so I can show it to him.
Oh, right.
Because, so massive change there. But yeah, originally, as a kid, we grew up massively with like, trap music, Trap Nation, and like, all the remixes of like Christmas songs and kids' TV shows, and, all this like a massive fat beat and whatever. Loved that as a kid. Growing up, you had all this different music. So, even at a young age, I wasn't massively into like radio music. Like my sister would put in like Now 63 on or whatever, and like, that's as close as I get to like pop music. And then I was always into like, the weird stuff on YouTube, even if it was quite cringe and mainstream. And then, so I went from trap to like kind of like pop rock to like, rock, and then more indie. And then I just kind of got to my music taste now where I just love everything. everything.
Everything?
You know, I have, I only have one playlist on Spotify with just all the songs I like, and it has like Katy Perry, and then Mozart, and then Deftones, and then
Wow.
Weezer. But
What about like 1920s music?
yeah, love that.
Really?
Love it all.
Oh.
It go back thousands of years. I like that music as well. Massively into just anything that makes my ears prick up. I never I don't want to boast, but I've never met a person with as broad a music taste as I have.
Right.
Not saying I have a good music taste. It's not what I'm saying. I just broadness. I have a very weird music taste, and definitely don't. I love songs that shouldn't maybe be loved, but yeah, when it comes to like broadness of genre, no one comes close to me that I've found anyway.
Wow. I should have written some music quiz questions for you. Yeah, the thing that fascinates me about you is you have a very interesting musical style, if that's the right sense. Is that when I saw One Last Dance and I saw Bed Sheets, I was like, that's Ben's style. You have what do you sing? You sing in it, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Like what would you call that style? Because you have I love it. It's a good.
Yeah, I love to sing to a lot of people's annoyment. I love to sing in falsetto.
I don't know what that is.
It's a style of singing where you sing really high, but you don't use your like chest. You use your throat. So it's like I'm all up here singing from here rather than which is more down here. It's just a way you sing, not professional at all. There's like. If you go into like professional choir singing or any sort of like, pop star singing, you're told never to sing in falsetto because it sucks and it's not professional and you don't get the full width. But I've kind of learnt to master it and use it in a way where it does sound good, because you can make it sound good. Yeah, I'm not going to sing a whole song in falsetto, but great for backing vocals, great for creating climaxes, and I've really, just gone with it to create something that sounds original and sounds like you go, oh, that's Ben's music. Like artists like the Smiths, where they're just like, it's the Smiths. You can listen to the instrumental, even Morrissey's really iconic voice. You can listen to the instrumental and you're like, yeah, that's the Smiths. And I want that. I want to have it so you can just listen to my music, even if it's a rock song, a pop song that I've made. You go, yeah, that's Ben, because it's something new, which is what it's what I always want to go for.
That's interesting you say that. Is that I kind of grew up with music as well, but my mum is a music addict, like insanely. But she's music addict in the past, so like 70s, 80s, a bit of 90s. She was addicted to Top of the Pops when she was younger. But what my music was film music. That was my music. So I don't know if do you like film music at all?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I like all types of music.
But the style that you said about your music is that there's a guy called Thomas Newman who did Finding Nemo music.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I see his films, as a child, I'd go, oh, that's Thomas Newman, and he has this distinctive style.
He did Bugs Life, didn't he?
Huh?
Bugs Life?
No, that was Randy Newman.
That was Randy Newman.
That's his cousin, actually.
Yeah,
there's Thomas Newman and there's Randy Newman.
Randy Newman.
But Thomas Newman, Randy Newman has a style as well.
He's good. He's great.
But yeah, I recognise he did Bridge of Spies. Thomas Newman. He did Save Mr. Banks. So I know, and John Williams I grew up with. Danny Elfman, Hans Zimmer, Alexander Desplat. There's more, but I grew up with like movie. Do you still like movie music as much as?
Yeah, I mean, I do. As much as the idea of being a pop star or something like that is intriguing. I would hate to be famous, man. Like, yeah, it brings some great positives. I'm not going to say that being famous completely sucks, but I think I'd rather go into something like film music because. Your life isn't as intrusive when you're a film music star. Even like take John Williams, right? The most famous film score ever. You don't know what he's doing on a daily basis. You don't know when he's going to go eat or what his favorite lasagna is or whatever.
That's true, yeah.
Because no one cares because they're not in that kind of zeitgeist of popularity. And I want to be in that. where I can freely create music, I can have some sort of notability and platform, but I'm also not getting like every one of my girlfriends or girls I'm seeing like to be shunned onto the big screen, you know? Like that's just...
Do what Sia and Marshmello do. Is it Marshmello?
Yeah, but I also don't want to wear a mask. Like I want to show my face, you know?
Yeah. There's a lot of people like that, you know. A lot of people my age tease me about I'm not very musical. Like today, I'm not very musical, so I don't know what is it. Charlie XCX? I don't know. I don't know. Or the Weekend. If the Weekend walked past, Ice Spice. No, I don't know. But like, what is your kind of like? What's your process of making music? Where does it start? Do you get like do you see something and go, oh, that's all a nice tune? Or if I tap my chair, do you go, oh, that's a nice tune? Where does it come to you? Does it come like Paul McCartney? It comes into a dream. Where's your...
A drug trip, more like. Yeah, sorry. Just thoughts, really. I like to go on long walks with music in, and then like just kind of get ideas from that. Maybe I'll think about things that are happening in my life. But yeah, it's very unplanned, my music making. You can't... That's also why I'm not a big fan of film writing, because it's like, you know, do this by this date. You have to do it for this. And then it's just like, woo, a bit constricting.
Yeah.
I know it can be a little freedom sometimes, and I do enjoy it. But, you know, writing just music for me is something that just could be like, I want to write it now. You know, the amount of times where, like, you know, there's been a plan for something, like, you know, Lucy and Ella want to go out on a night out, and just before I'm going out, I like come up with this idea for a song, and all I want to do is be in my room writing that song and doing it, and it ruins any night out. To be honest, it is a really annoying thing, because the whole time I'm just itching to get back and write because I have ideas, and I know I'll forget it by the morning. But it's one of those things where it's like you can't plan it. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I'm going to start writing a new song. Which is why I also bank up all the music I ever make. So if in the future I'm so busy that I start running out of time to write music, I have this backlog of just hundreds of songs I can use for like ideas, because you need that as a backup. So that's why I'm very anti that, because it's not something I can just do. I'm not like, I can create a pretty catchy melody like that, and I'm great with improv sessions, but it's also something which I need to do on my own time, you know.
So it just comes to you, just a tune.
I'll just be there and I'm like,
okay, so let's say you had a tune and you had the choice to run out of this room and go to your room and start. Where do you start? Do you start messing around do you have a piano in your room and start messing around with
keys? If I have normally I'll either have a genre idea, a melody idea, or a theme, like a type of, like, what's it going to be about? It's going to be about love. It's going to be about what I ate for breakfast. So those are the three main things that I'll get. And then determining on that, I don't know. So if it's a melody, I'll normally go home and see what chords go well with that melody and then build from there. If it's a style, I normally start off like drums or maybe chords again. And then if it's a theme, I'll start off with chords, won't do a melody, and then I'll come up with the melody with it. But yeah, normally it's good to get like some sort of chord thing going down and then build from that. And I just build and I build and I build until it sounds awful, and then I kind of retract myself slightly. But I can't stop building. That's why when you listen to my songs, if you hear the song Gates of Heaven that was in the One Dance, the finale of that with piano, just layers upon layers upon layers, because I just can't stop helping myself when it's new words and new harmonies and new ideas. I love to just build and build and build, and that's what it is. It starts off very, it'll be a voice message on my phone of like, something very simple, and I'll just build upon it. I love building. It's like Lego for music.
Yeah. Wow. Cool. So do you have like a favorite instrument to play, or a little favorite?
A piano is like a classic one, especially mine, because it's plugged into my Logic, so I can play any sound on it. It's just not just piano. It's like a synthesizer or even drums or whatever. So that's quite versatile and what I use to make music. But I do like writing songs on my ukulele, just because you get like the rhythm and it's more expressive. I'm not a great pianist, so I can't be like, I have to play it quite simply. Whereas on a ukulele, it's such a simple instrument that you can kind of get a good rhythm and get kind of flamboyant with it quite quickly. But this is not me hyping up the ukulele. It's not a great instrument.
Well, funny you should say that, actually. It's when I was at school, I did 2 years of ukulele lessons.
Really?
Yeah, and I only know one tune. The guy who taught me was lovely, but it was so hard. The chords were just so hard to get your fingers
On a
get your
ukulele.
fingers around it.
Do not pick up acoustic guitar then, whatever you do.
All right. Yeah, I find it quite. Did you find it quite hard? Did you start finding it? Who taught you? Did you just like when you were younger? Did you start having music lessons and stuff?
I'm very self-taught.
You were
with
self-taught?
everything that I do.
On the guitar and the ukulele and the...
Yeah.
Wow.
I had bass guitar lessons for a while when I was really young, but I got to about level 4 and then I stopped. But yeah, no, like piano, self-taught, ukulele, self-taught, Logic Pro, not completely self-taught. I mean, I do degrees in it, so obviously people teach me, but at this uni, they don't teach Logic Pro. They teach on Pro Tools. So everything they teach me on Pro Tools, I have to go home and figure out how the hell to do that on Logic Pro. So I really don't get any help with Logic. So that's completely learned by myself, like just figuring stuff out. Like watching videos by myself. Like I've never really had someone to hold my hand and guide me. Even in like A levels where we did use Logic Pro, it was very much like, here's the basics. Now explore yourself, which I loved because it means, when someone just tells me something, I just forget it. But if I have to figure it out myself, I'll remember it forever. One of those things where I'm grateful of it. And saying, like, when someone tells me to practice, I'm not going to practice. If there's a song that I want to learn, I'm going to learn it. Like, I'm that kind of way of thinking. So yeah, my whole life's just kind of been me.
All right. So talk about your course and like, what kind of stuff do you do on your course, and do you have like any modules? Because it's music and sound, isn't it? Because I bumped into Izzy at the MMC. I'm going, why are you doing Foley? You're doing music, music and sound.
Foley sucks.
Is there favorite modules you have? What the kind of modules you have, and what are your least favorite modules to have?
Yeah, I like a lot of these. This course is very good. Props to the University of Winchester. People diss on it a lot, but I think it's great. But it's what you got to pick your uni to what you want to do, and a lot of people just go like, oh, just go to Winchester. Oh, this isn't what I want to do. This uni sucks. Nah, you just picked the wrong university. It's not you. It's you.
Yeah.
So I picked the right one, and I like Winchester University. Some of the modules suck, but a lot of them are really good, and they're very creative based, very practical, and I like it a lot. I've liked a lot. Like the music video one, loads of people complained. They're like, "Oh, why are we doing filming on a music production course?" I loved that. I enjoyed that so much. I was literally straight away out of camera, and I was going out and filming and getting ideas. And one of my favorite assignments that was, and I did very well in it. And
how many music videos have you done?
Only one, and then I do like shorts on like TikTok and stuff like that.
You have a TikTok?
Yeah. I haven't done anything on it in a while because I haven't had any new music, but I will have new music out soon due to my final major project. So I'll be posting that on more. It's just buttercup.butterflies.
Yeah. Do you have a Spotify, of course?
Yeah, Buttercup Butterflies. If you want to find me, just search up Buttercup Butterflies because there's probably nothing else called that, and you'll probably find me. But I'm on iTunes, Spotify, you name it, I'm there, and you can listen to my music. Yeah.
So you do a music module. You do Foley module.
Yeah.
You do
synthesizers, live recording, recording bands. You do everything here. The reason people like complain about the different modules is because it's so vast that you're gonna do things you don't want to do.
Yeah. I
did one where I had to like engineer an instrument. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know how to engineer.
Yeah.
What? I did terrible on that one. I sucked. I hated it. But then on the same time, I think I was doing the music video, and I was doing another one where I got to compose a song using just sine waves or something like that. Cracking. Love that.
Mm.
Love those. So it's not me going like, oh yeah, this course sucks. No, it's great, but it's so vast. You gotta know going in that you're gonna do stuff that you're not gonna like. But you gotta do it because maybe you will, or you've got to do it for the people who do want to do it and like it, and you've just got to suck it up. Because I know I was probably one of the only people who liked to do the music video, and everyone else hated it, but I liked it. So
What?
you know,
We were Happy Forever?
not my music video.
Oh,
They hated doing.
Oh, doing it. Oh, right. Sorry, I hated doing it.
The
Oh, right.
course. Yeah, no, everyone loved my
I
music
loved
video.
Happy Forever.
Yeah, everyone did.
Yeah. Yeah, you must have done a lot of filming with Izzy with that.
Oh no, I did do another music video when I was younger, and I went to the BFI for it,
Oh, cool.
British Film Industry Awards thing.
Really?
That was kind of like my Kickstarter of films. Like I said, like before university, I studied both music production and film, like side by side,
Wow.
because I couldn't pick. I loved them both, and I still love film. I watch films more than I do listen to music.
Are you serious? Wow.
Maybe my Letterboxd is insane.
Wow.
Do you have Letterboxd?
Yeah, I never use it.
Why not?
I use IMDb a bit more. Sorry.
That's cringe as hell.
That's crazy. So you, yeah, I didn't know you like more films than. Yeah, well, that's interesting.
I love film.
But going back to music and stuff. Do you see any bands? Are you part of a band?
No, I like to think Buttercup Butterflies is a band. I collaborate with so many musicians, and it's the reason it's not called Ben Titmuss is because I don't want it to just be me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
I want the core of Buttercup Butterflies to be me. Okay, don't get it wrong, but I want it to be like a big circle of things. This song has Rothio singing in it. This song has Connor singing in it. This song has a drummer in it. This song has a different drummer in it. This song has a drums that I made in it. I want to collaborate with other musicians because there's no way I'm going to improve and make the best songs I can without other people.
That's interesting. Yeah. So let's talk about. Do you still like going to? You haven't performed, have you at all? Because I've seen Izzy do keys on stage at the Vault. You've never done that before.
I performed. What? I had a long night.
That's all right. What time did you hand in your FMP?
No, to be yesterday midday. It was due 12 o'clock today. So I was pretty good. I mean, I can always do more work on it because it's something. When it's creative, you never, nothing creative is ever perfect.
Wow, yeah.
I believe that, but then that's what makes it so interesting. 1 + 1 is 2. That's not that interesting, but a film can be interesting because there's always flaws and there's always positives from it, and I find that to be what makes it human and not AI.
Yeah.
Get rid of that stuff, man.
Does AI make music as well?
Yeah, don't even.
Damn it. So do you? So you've never really performed only once on stage? You only performed once on stage?
Yeah, once I did 1840 last year.
Last year? Oh, you didn't do it last week?
Nope, because
Oh.
I wasn't in the band this year. But then again, I couldn't because I was so busy with my F&P, which was ambitious.
Would you like to go back on stage?
Hopefully, to perform my own songs.
Would you like to do that?
Yeah, I would love to. I'm quite a performer. I like to be the center of attention every now and then. But yeah, I just don't know. I don't really have the skills maybe yet to perform professionally.
Yeah.
And most of my songs, it's not me. I write it, I produce it, but it'll be my cousin singing, it'll be my violinist playing the violin, it'll be my friend playing the guitar, it'll be so it's not something where I can just go on stage and just perform my songs with a guitar. It's like a big thing where I would need a big backing of professionals to be able to perform my music.
Yeah.
So it's not something I can just go, 1840, yeah, let's just do it. It's more like I'm going to have to get my music big before I can get my brand and my image big. For sure.
Yeah. So do you what was the last performance you've seen recently? Have you gone to like a gig before? Like last gig you were at?
Last gig I was at, maybe like Oliver Tree. He was in London. He's a great artist. One of my big influences.
Are you a Swiftie?
Not a Swiftie. I mean, despite Izzy's trying to get me to, I like some Taylor Swift songs.
She's talented. Yeah.
Very talented.
Yeah.
That's all. Yes.
Yeah.
I can't say much because I'll die.
Yeah.
I'll get sniped.
So yeah. So yeah. Let's talk about kind of like few more questions about films and like doing music. What's kind of have we talked about this? The biggest challenge of making music? What would you say is the biggest thing? Like, is it advertising it is horrible, or thinking of an album name?
Oh yeah, the biggest challenge with music is getting noticed. It's getting yourself out there, getting spotted, getting people to listen to your music.
Yeah.
You know, most people don't want to listen to someone they've never heard of
Yeah.
unless it's crammed down their throat on TikTok.
Right.
You know, if I walk up to someone on the street and go, "Hey, go listen to Buttercup Butterflies," he's not going to do that.
Yeah.
He's not. You know, if someone sees an advertisement on social media, go listen to Buttercup Butterflies. No, scroll. Like, it's just impossible unless you have like a company or someone backing you, or you go viral on TikTok to get known. It is, and it is the hardest part, and it is complete lottery. The amount of great artists who get 3 listens on SoundCloud is insane.
Wow.
And it's terrible, and that's why the industry is so cutthroat. That's why I like to not think about it, because it is that kind of thing where it's like your career is just led on a dice roll of whether or not it gets big or not.
That's a shame. That's sad. Yeah.
But yeah, that's it is. But then, you know, I mean, and that is the difference between film and music as well, whereas film's more like methodical, and you can send it off to these places and you get it shown and all that, and it's a lot more like, if your film's really good, you're going to go far. If your film's not good, you're not, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is still some luck involved, but there's a lot more like motivation to make something amazing in film, because you're like, well, if this is amazing, then I'll go far. With music, you can make the best song ever, but it's just, you're just throwing it into a stack of 1 billion other songs. What are the chances it's going to get noticed?
Yeah.
So it's just luck, and that's why I'm not hoping it's not like my idea of a career. I love Buttercup Butterflies to go far, but it's not reliable, so I want to do music for video games instead.
Right. Why video games?
Because I've been hired by a bunch of different companies to compose.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Big stuff. Boom.
Are you allowed to say anything?
Yeah, I cannot.
You cannot, right?
Elaborate.
Right.
On some of them. At all.
That's pretty cool.
Actually. But I think I can on one. I'm
go
doing
on.
a... Yeah, I can't. Yeah, no, I'm doing a mobile game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool.
For a space mobile game, and I'm composing some ambient space music for that. Very fun, very cool.
Cool.
I'm going to be doing that now for the remainder of summer. But yeah, I've got other plans, other things going, which are bigger, but I can't talk about them because of disclosures and
wow,
NDAs
that's
and
cool.
stuff like that. But yes, that is what I want to go into, because that's what's actually going to get me money. It's reliable, you know. It's something where I can get in with a company and they can go, here's work, rather than me going out and trying to beg people to listen to my song for money. You know?
How did the work find you?
Connections.
Oh, connections. Ooh. And what are you doing with your music at the moment? Are you still promoting it out there? So your FMP now, are you sending it out to anybody?
I'm going to release that on Spotify, on everything, and then I'm going to send it off to some record labels and be like, hey, look, like, you know, this isn't the peak of what I can do, but this is a very good taster of what I can do and what I want to continue doing. Please sign me. Please.
Have you met Catherine, who works in the MMC? She does a lot of music and stuff like that. She's very, very good. She's got on like the BBC Sound radio thing.
Yes, I want to do that as well at some point.
Yeah.
BBC Sound, that seems really...
Do you know Alex Jeffrey?
No.
No? Do you know Alex with long hair in the MMC? Isn't that? They're very good. They've got some nice stuff.
I'll talk to them then, because yeah, I'm very pushy for like, I want to... Oh god, it's so
tired. What time did you get to bed last night?
I was at an Egham doing stuff.
What time did you get to bed?
2 a.m., 1 a.m.
Oh, that's not too bad. People have done all-nighters, so...
Yeah, nah, but as a musician, I like to go bed on time. I know you prefer to stay up till midnight.
But speaking of... well, obviously speaking of music, what is your FNP and what is it? What are you working on now? Are you working on anything at the moment now? So you can describe your FNP for us?
Yeah, my FNP, what I'm going to be releasing on Spotify and all these other music services that you can get music on, is my rock opera. I've been writing for like 5 years.
Wow.
Big stuff. It's my big magnum opus currently. I hope to make works better than it in the future, but currently it's definitely the best piece of work that I've ever done. 18 songs, an hour and 8 minutes of music, and maybe a bit more than that actually. Like an hour and 8 minutes. Just big pop, rock, heavy rock, ballads, operatic stuff, orchestral stuff, just everything under the sun, just in this massive, big collage of me and my ideas.
So when you say opera, you mean like, is it like all different songs of different types?
Yeah, it's a rock opera because it's a story that is split into multiple songs. So it's it all interlinks. It's all chronological. You know, the beginning starts with the introduction of a character and his life, and then he meets someone, and then this happens, and this happens, and then the climax, and then the ending.
In 18 songs?
Yeah.
Wow. So it's a story within the album?
Yes.
Wow, that's
Like
cool. I never heard that before.
They took quite a long while to do it. But yeah, no, so it's my idea. And yeah, great. So it's that kind of thing where like it gets people invested to listen to all the songs because you want to know what happens to the story. You know, the whole dilemma I was talking about was how do you get people to listen to 18 songs? You know, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just be like, oh, please listen to, you know, waste an hour and a bit of your life listening to my music. No one's going to do that. So you got to intrigue them, and you got to be like, hey, look, here's this character. Oh, here's this thing that's happening. Do you want to know what happens with them? Do you want to know what goes on? What's going to happen?
Listen on.
There's some more. It's kind of like a TV show. You want to create a hook. So that was kind of my tactic of getting people to listen to my music from now on. I don't know if I'm going to do that for the future, but for that is this. But also the story's great and the music's great and it's very vast. So you might not like one song, but I'm sure you will like one of them.
So what can you describe a little bit about the story?
Yeah. Guy meets girl. Guy is in love with girl. Girl doesn't like guy back. Guy finds other girl. Girl kills guy. Guy dies.
Oh, right. Spoiler alert. But it could be, your album, it could be a very interesting musical. Have you thought about that?
Maybe like a film?
Film?
Yeah. I mean, it could be a musical, but I don't know. It's more meant to play into your imagination, more unlike how you interpret it. I am vague in some parts of the songs because is the her killing the guy a metaphor, or is there even another girl, or is he talking about the same girl? You know, I've made it so when you listen to it, you can relate it to yourself and change the story how you want to change it or how you want to interpret it. I don't want to be like this, because I prefer that, and it also creates a bit of relatability rather than just like this very unique thing that happened that is never going to happen to you. It's more like this could relate to you in some way, and I want that because music should be relatable, and people like music that relates to them. So that was my whole kind of plan with that. But yeah, like it could be a musical, but I think more music videos and maybe like a TV show of music videos.
Yeah, a series of music videos.
Episode 1's 3 minutes long. The next episode's however long the next song is. Like, something like that. I'd love to do if I had money, which I don't.
Cool. Yeah, get Vast to do 18 episodes. Yeah. So just quickly, do you like musical songs, and would you like to do any of them?
Musicals?
Yeah. Do you like musical songs?
I'm not the big musical guy, but I have a lot of musical influences on my music. I'm very showman-y and very emotive with the way I sing, and very, voices over here, voices over there, call and response, asking questions, narrative, structure, with my music for sure. And that's I've always kind of been like that. Even though I'm not like, oh, I love this musical or I love this. You know, probably the biggest musical that's had an influence on me is probably like Mamma Mia. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a great one.
Mamma Mia. Like ABBA?
Yeah, I love ABBA. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not even really a musical; it's a jukebox musical, but still, love Mamma Mia.
Is there anything that you're working on at the moment next? Anything else apart from your F&P? Apart from the jobs that you've got, is there anything else that you kind of got your mind on?
Another album.
Another album?
I've got it planned. I know what songs I'm going to do for it. I just need to make it. But that is going to be 2 years from now.
Wow. Takes
So-
2 years?
Well, I haven't even released my first one yet, so
Wow.
you know, calm down.
What's the F&P called, by the way?
You can check it out. It's called My Porphyrian Lover and the Consequences of Having a Heart.
Wow. That's a very long title.
Yes, because it's cool,
It's cool.
and I couldn't think of any other title, so that's it.
So we're going to talk about kind of like a few more questions before we get into our quickfire questions. Is that we can't sit here and talk about a film that's close to my heart. Is Final Entry. Final Entry. I love Final Entry, and the music was amazing. That's probably the first time I ever heard your music. How'd that happen? Who reached out to you?
So Sean, the director, came into one of our lectures, and he had like a little presentation which our lecturer allowed him to do, and he was just like, "Hey, look, our music composer has pulled out."
So you reached out to him after you did the pitch and said,
Yes,
"Are you
so
interested?"
he was like, "Yes, can we do it?" And I was like, "Okay, I want to do that. That sounds
There wasn't
really
anyone
cool."
else up for it as well?
Well, there was, and that's why I was like, I could tell I had a little bit of a wonder and asked everyone if they wanted to do it. And there was about 3 other people who wanted to do it, and I was like, "Fuck, like I've got to get in." So I was like, I asked Izzy, you know, where would he be? And she was like, "Oh, probably in the MMC." So I was like, "Right, I'm gonna go straight to the MMC now, like after this lecture, like run there."
Really? You were like obsessed? Like,
yeah,
really? Wow.
Okay, obsessed is a bit of a strong word.
right.
I just wanted to get the
Sorry.
gig. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
obsessed with them. No, and I literally, I ran down to the MC, went in and saw him, and I was like, "Hey, mate, look, like, I love film, adore film, would love to compose for your film. It looks dope. I've got great ideas. I can send you some demos." And I did that, and I got the gig.
Wow.
And yeah, 3 other people asked him, and I got it. Oh, yeah, they wanted to at least. I don't know if they asked him, but I got the gig.
Wow.
And I didn't have to share it because he was talking about maybe me doing it with someone else because there was someone else. And I was like, no, nope, I want to do it. I know what I'm going to do and I can do it for you. And I did it and it
Nice.
was amazing.
It was.
He liked it a lot and kind of kick-started my love for composing for film/video games.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for Final Entry, I wouldn't have got the gig to do the video games because that was a big influence on why they
Really?
decided to hire me because they saw the work I could do that wasn't pop music, and they were like, "Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
so yeah, great opportunity. Glad I did it, and yeah, I'm kind of known as the composer guy now or the soundtrack guy now.
Yeah,
which
you're
is,
hired a lot. Yeah.
which is great. I love to be known as someone, which is great. It's great to be known.
Yeah, you are known. It was like, oh, we got Ben Titmuss. Oh,
Yeah,
you got someone good, for goodness sake.
I really screwed over myself this year though because of how busy I was. Like I signed on. I said yes to a lot of things I should not have said yes to.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm that kind of person which I want to say yes to everything because it's like opportunities.
Yeah.
Because I would hate to say yes or say no and then realize I could have done that and then that could have led to something. You know, what if I had said no to Final Entry?
Yeah.
Wouldn't be standing
true.
here today.
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah.
dead.
No. But Robin, I'm a fan of Robin. Their music's very good. Do you
Yeah, their
listen to
music's dope. To their second year.
Yeah, they're in the second year. Yeah.
Yeah, I've hung out with them a couple times.
Do you ever mix with other years on the course?
Not really.
No.
I got drinks tonight with all my lot.
Nice.
Third years that the lecturers are going to be at. Very excited for that. Going to get wasted with my lecturers.
Nice.
That sounds fun. Yeah, but no, I don't really mingle much. I mingle a lot more with like, I don't know. Ben Morris is my technology guy. So if I need help with technology, either I know how to do it or Ben Morris does.
Ben Morris.
You don't know him.
Yeah, I've heard that name before.
You have. Everyone knows Ben Morris. So I'll him, and then all I really need is like people who can just play instruments. So
Yeah.
it's not that I really need to know other people in technology or production because realistically they're my competition.
Yeah.
So.
But you see it in a nice way with other people in the competition. You see it in a nice way.
I don't hate anyone. No, it's great.
Same,
but
yeah. I don't like to do that with film.
No.
I don't like seeing competition.
No. Artists are people who can help me.
Yeah.
Producers are someone who will try and steal my job.
Yeah.
So you got to keep it like that.
And also, you did One Last Dance. I bet Sam came up to you and said, "Hey."
I haven't actually seen the final version of that.
You haven't?
But I want to.
Wow. So how'd that happen? Sam just came up to you and said, "We need a composer."
Yeah, but basically I made that Instagram account, bb.films or whatever. But I made it at the beginning of the year because I thought, hey, this final entry thing is pretty good. Let's see if I can get a gig from that. So I made it, and then I haven't done anything on it recently because I've been so busy. But a bunch of people contacted me on there being like, hey, I want music for this, I want music for that. I got 5 different asks, I think, and I just... I shouldn't have asked, I shouldn't have said yes to so many people, but I'm a very yes kind of guy. I can't not. But yeah, said yes to a bunch of things, and that was one of them, and that was the one I was really interested in. That and the Love is Dead really intrigued me. Sins of Father was great. That was definitely a last minute one where they were just kind of like, we need it, and I was just like, great, I can do some cool organ stuff with some gothic cathedral stuff. So that was so fun. But that one wasn't like a mainstay. That wasn't like But then I end up popping with that one. But Love is Dead, where I made the honey song. Bet she tastes like honey. And and this one was great. This one I just used most of my F&P, to be honest, because they were like, we just need like poppy, songs. We just need conventional songs, and I was just like, great, I have tons of those.
So what's the process with putting songs to a film? So did you watch the film One Last Dance final entry and just kind of like play the music along with the final
I always
edits?
say this: I'm a visual composer.
Right.
If you want me to make something for you,
you
need to show me like images or some sort of storyboard.
Wow.
Or even like a demo rough cut of the film.
Yeah.
That is the best way I'm going to write music for your film. If you just send me the script, it's really hard for me to like get inspiration off it.
Yeah.
If you give me do a song like this, then it helps though.
But how did you do like, let's say I give you a rough cut of 8 minutes and I give it to you, and you do the music for that 8 minutes, and all of a sudden I say, yeah, we've cut it down to 5 minutes. But then you've got already layers of songs.
Yeah, that's the thing that sucks with doing films for uni students. They have deadlines.
Yeah.
I know films do have deadlines anyway with release dates, but like the deadlines are strict here, and it's just like, and my pet peeve with film students is that they never consider the composer. They always just like, the final thing we do is edit, right? Nah, it should not be the final thing you do. You should edit like a good 2 weeks beforehand in.
Yeah.
Send me the edited version so I can make music to the film and then edit the music in.
Yeah.
I mean, that has never happened once at this university, and I've done like 7 films where they'll send me like rough cuts which are nothing like the end product, and they'll be like, composed for this scene, and I'm like, well, it's not going to fit. And then the amount of times they edit my music, music.
Really? They touch it?
And it sometimes sounds nice, but it's not, it's not their fault, and it's not like, you ruined it. But you could definitely see it has an effect with it, and it's something they just never plan. I mean, everyone, it's a big thing I hear about. Everyone's just in the MMC till like midnight editing the film before handing, and I just think that's insane. Like, there's so much you should do after editing. Yeah. And people use that as their, like, that's the last thing we need to do. No, there's things you can do after editing. You should even do like ADR after you've edited the film.
Yeah.
You need, or like Foley even as well.
Yeah.
Because otherwise people are just doing, the amount of times I've composed way more than I need to, because we've got this whole film, now we've cut 8 minutes of it. Or I've spent 2 nights making this song for you, which you're not even going to use anymore.
Yeah.
It's a big pet peeve with composing for film and students. I love doing it though, and you guys are all so talented. This isn't me saying anything bad, but my biggest pet peeve was that. Oh my god, like it was very hard to compose for time. Yeah. So most of the time, I just made a song and went, "You do what you want with it." Here's 6 songs.
Yeah.
that I think sound pretty good and go with your film. Put them where you want and add them to where you want, because you've got 4 days until you've got to hand this in, apparently, and you still haven't edited the film properly. So just do this, and and I'll be like that, and I'll help them. But that was a big thing I learned, where it was like, these guys do not leave time for the after edit. It's just like the edit. We've edited the film and now we are sending it off. Now we're bouncing it out, and it's like, okay.
How do you deal with like notes and stuff when you're speaking?
Communicating is great.
What happens if you give me something like, oh, I don't like it, Ben? You're like,
no, I'm very, the amount of times people have gone like, nah, not really feeling this, we like this, but you need to change this. Yeah, I'll do it.
Well, do some people do change notes and you're like, oh god, that's not that.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks, especially if I put a lot of time in something and they go like, we don't like this, and I've got to do something completely different. But like, we don't like it. It's something you got to grow up and suck up and be like, well, okay, yeah, valid. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Because it'd be the same for me if like someone did a music video for me and I was just like, don't really like it. I just don't like it. I'm not going to post it. But then again, not at this point. I'll take any sort of music video. Don't be scared to do music videos for me. If there's any film students who want to do music videos, I want to get sent some stuff. Do whatever you want, as long as it's not going to get me cancelled. Do whatever and I'll post it, because promotion is promotion. So yeah, that's fine for me. But like in the future, when I'm more professional or well renowned, then I'll definitely be more like, don't like that, I like that, because that's what it's got to be,
Yeah.
Sure, it's your passion project, it's your idea. Don't let someone else ruin it.
Yeah. So a few more questions. In your, I didn't know you like this thing. It's amazing. I didn't do my research properly. Didn't know you like film. Is there what's your opinion on the film or music industry right now? What's your opinion on it? Do you think the music industry is getting better? Do you think music in general is getting better?
I think the music industry is getting better. Originally, music industry was so bad, and you had to go to record labels in person, and you'd perform, and you had to be a good performer, and you had to have an image, and you had to be a certain good looks, and you had to write songs a certain way, and it was awful. And people always used to go, "Oh, the music industry is getting worse." No, it's getting a lot better because of the internet. As bad as the internet is, it's great for getting yourself out there. The fact that I can post for free on TikTok, and I can potentially get millions upon millions of views. Yeah, insane. Yeah, no one was getting that opportunity back in the day. Yeah, the Beatles weren't getting that opportunity. It wasn't like, it's insane, and like anything like that. Like I can put music on Spotify.
But do you think that? But you think that so many are doing it now? It's just like, oh, it's not unique.
Yeah,
anymore.
But you got to stand out. Yeah, and that's the kind of thing where it actually leads to just talent. You have to have talent, or some sort of. You have to be interesting. Not even talent. You just have to be interesting. You have to captivate an audience. Yeah. And if you don't, people aren't going to listen to you. People have terrible attention spans now. People don't put up with things they don't like. If people don't like it, they move on to things they like. Back in the day, if an album had 1 or 2 good songs in it, they'd buy the whole album and listen to it all the way through all the time and love that artist. Yeah. Because there wasn't much out there, and they didn't have the choices of the freedom of just being like, oh, next song. They're the vinyls or whatever. Now, you can just have Spotify, you play all the songs you like. If you don't like a song, don't add it to your playlist, never listen to it again. Easy. Yeah. And so, you've got to make something that people are actually going to like stand out, and if people like it, they'll like it, and that's great. And like the fact that I can put my music on a platform that is the same as like Katy Perry and Kanye West, I know I'm not at the same level, but I kind of am. Right. You can access my music
the same way. Yeah,
and that's great.
That's cool. Yeah.
So I think it is getting better.
Just quickly, what I just want to say actually. We are both, not both, but you are from Milton Keynes. Yes. Which is very, very special to me, because that's where my parents met. Insane. In Milton Keynes.
I was there.
You weren't there, no, it was in the 80s, Ben. But yeah. What do your parents do, by the way? Are they both musical people?
No. My parents are not musical in the slightest. My dad owns a pet food company
Wow.
And my mum is a stay-at-home mum, but also kind of works for the company as well. So it's more like a family business thing.
So a pet food company. Wow.
Yes, Haviland's Pet Care. If you want to go buy some food.
Do you not do the jingles for their corporate films?
I could. My dad has offered, but he doesn't really have a advertisement thing, so there'd be no point in doing one for him because there'd be no way he could show it.
Yeah.
But if he ever did, he would come to me for sure.
Do you have any siblings?
Yes, 2 siblings. My sister plays the flute. That's as musical as she goes. And my brother does not have any sort of musical inclination.
Well, what do? Do they do courses or anything?
My sister's in America. She's doing Camp America.
Whereabouts?
America.
Where? Boston?
America.
Camp America. Oh, right.
Yeah, I can check where she is actually on Snap Maps. Fort Worth.
Don't know where that is.
In America. That's where she is currently. Not to just.
Is it in the middle of America?
Oh, she's in Dallas.
Oh, in Dallas. Wow.
In Texas. God, Texas. Why'd she go there?
What does your brother do?
What does my brother do? Nothing. He's young. He hasn't decided yet.
Is he in school or
Yes.
doing A-levels?
He's in school.
GCSEs?
He likes football.
Cool.
He likes playing Fortnite.
Oh God. Right, moving on. Is there? So last question before we get to quick fire questions. Is there a serious issue? Could be anything. Serious issue that you think needs to be more aware in the world that you think needs to be solved?
Oh, world hunger. Save the A&E in Winchester.
Yeah.
Please sign a petition or whatever. Or I don't know if that's already just going away now. I don't know if you're too late. World issues. Music industry. Give me money, please.
Right.
That's an issue. I want money to live.
Yeah.
Racism sucks.
Yeah.
There's some real bad. That's not good. There's some wars as well that just need to kind of stop that.
Yeah, I agree.
Stop
agree.
that.
Quick fire questions.
Go for it.
Right. Favorite film of last year?
Favorite film of last year?
Yeah.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. Was that last year?
No.
What was last year? 2023?
Yeah. Wonka.
No, Wonka was fun.
Yeah.
The great music in Wonka. That's a good movie.
Yeah, I love the music to Wonka.
That is a
love
good
it.
musical. Wonka slaps. Wonkin. Mission Impossible. Did that come out?
Yeah.
That was fun.
That's fun. Favorite film of all time?
No, to be fair, I did watch it. Favorite film of all time?
Yeah.
Swiss Army Man. By the people who made Everything Everywhere All at Once. That was their first film.
Yeah, with Daniel Radcliffe.
The brothers.
Daniels.
The Daniels. Great film. Watch it.
Favorite musician?
AWOL Nation.
Okay, I don't know who that is, but
or Weezer.
Weezer?
Do you know Weezer?
No.
You should. Weezer are great. People hate them, but they're great.
Favorite song that you would listen to forever?
Fried Noodles by Guetta.
Cool. Okay.
Pink Guy.
Okay.
That song goes hard.
Do you have any musicians that you can fire off in your head that you enjoy listening to? At the moment? Yeah. Do you like Dua Lipa?
I have a list.
Do you have a list?
Let's go through the list.
Do you like Ready Rap?
I'm going to quick fire the list.
Do you like Ready Rap? I love Ready Rap.
I've never heard that in my life.
What?
Right. Tally Hall, Still Woozy, Boy Pablo, Matt Maltese, AWOL Nation, The Avalanches, The Correspondents, Milky Chance, The Smiths, Easy Life, Olivia Rodrigo, Gorillaz, Joji, ABBA, Declan McKenna, Beach House, The Lonely Island, Prolita, Weezer, Oliver Tree, Avicii, Radiohead, Vampire Weekend, Tyler the Creator, Hobo Johnson, Omar Apollo, 21 Pilots, Mac DeMarco, Rex Orange County, Fontaines DC, Dayglow, Group Love, Pogo, OK Go, Chase Atlantic. There we go.
Wow. My God.
Artists you should listen to.
Awesome. And are some unknown? Or they all known?
They're pretty known. Those are all pretty big.
Do you listen to anyone that's kind of unknown?
Sound pretentious. Yeah, Buttercup Butterflies. There we go. Listen to them a lot. They're
Oh,
great. Just check them
I've
out.
never heard of them. If you could be a person for a day, who would it be?
Some sort of fate, like Margot Robbie.
Yeah, Margot Robbie. Yeah. Well, childhood celebrity crush. Is that Margot Robbie?
Nah, Karen Gillan.
Karen Gillan.
Third person who plays Amy Pond in Doctor Who.
Do you like Doctor Who?
Love Doctor Who.
I love Doctor Who.
Doctor Who's the best. Sucks now though. No offense. No, you know.
Who's your favourite Doctor?
Matt Smith.
Okay.
I know. Oh, David Tennant.
David Tennant's at mine. Yeah, David Tennant's the best.
I love David Tennant. I
Yeah.
grew up with him. Yeah,
Yeah.
I grew up with Matt Smith, and he's
That
the
sounds a
best.
lot like me. Yeah. Yeah, David Tennant is the best. Well, Matt Smith is actually really good as well.
No, we should do a podcast where we just talk about Doctor Who.
Yeah, I didn't know you were a Doctor Who fan.
I'm a massive Doctor.
I have
fan.
I said this yesterday, but I have the 14th Doctor's sonic screwdriver that I got for Christmas. 40 quid, broken in 3 hours. The first 3 hours, Christmas Day, broke.
What were you doing with it?
I don't know. I was just clicking the button and it just started to not
You're
work
just
anymore.
clicking the button, mate. I don't want to know what you're doing with that sonic screwdriver.
Okay, moving on. Secret talent or fact that people don't know about you?
Secret talent. I'm great at music.
Well, everyone knows that.
Great music. Secret
Well, I'd say
talent.
film. I didn't know you like film.
I love. Yeah, but if you get to know me, mate, you will learn that I love film. It's not hidden. I'm really good at Super Smash Bros.
Right.
Secret talent. I'm Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. 1v1 me, anyone, please. Get in contact with me. I'll play you. Very good at that game. I play Lil Mac, but he's good now. Kind of in my hands.
Do you have a favourite TV show?
Favorite TV show. Doctor Who. Or Gravity Falls. Doctor Who, just more because it has a big nostalgia. You know, grew up with it. For me, it's like I started with a Paul McGann movie and I ended at season 10.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my
Yeah.
Doctor Who. Anything after I don't care about. Anything before I don't care about. Just that era.
Yeah.
Great. Plus Sarah Jane Adventures.
Yeah.
I never really watched Torchwood much.
No, neither did I.
But Sarah Jane Adventures goes hard.
What do you think of Class?
Oh, that was like
That sucked.
Yeah, nah.
That sucked.
That doesn't count.
No, it doesn't count.
no one
That
cares
sucked
about
hard. Well, funniest drunk uni story. What have you done, Ben?
Throw up. I don't know. My drunk uni experience. Do you know what? I'm quite a sensible drunkard.
Really?
Yeah, I guess because normally when I'm playing, I don't know, I just play Super Smash Bros with my friends and we get pissed and then I just throw up somewhere. It's very
Imagine
fun.
walk into your house with Izzy and asked me to collect something or something, and you were there playing. some
Probably
sort
Super
of
Smash
game.
Bros. Yeah, probably. Funny drunk stories. Oh yes, we went to Turtle Bay bottomless brunch, and my friend flew up in a bin. While it was the middle of the day. It was literally Winchester, like main place outside of Turtle Bay. He's just vomiting in a bin, but it's not like one way could go down. You need to go sideways because it was the roof. And it was so funny, and there's some really funny.
Do I know this friend?
I live with him, the ginger one.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
gonna
No, I
not
don't
gonna
know.
say his name, but the ginger one I live with.
What is something that you have that you need to throw out?
Bin.
Answers. Your bin.
Yeah, it's probably pretty full right now.
Right.
And actually emptying, so yes.
Right. In your flat, do they mind you playing lots of music and stuff?
I use headphones because I'm not a
Oh,
prick.
okay. Good. Window or aisle on a plane?
Aisle, middle.
Aisle. Did you go on a plane to Amsterdam? You had a nice trip with some of the students.
I did not go on that.
You didn't go on that?
Nah.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
No.
I was not there.
I swear you were
Did
there.
you go?
No.
Well then,
Izzy
yeah.
went.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh,
go.
you didn't go. Oh, right. I thought you did.
I was busy with my FMP.
Then?
It wasn't that long
Jeez.
ago.
Yeah, it was. It was like December, October or something.
No, it wasn't. It's
Swear.
like February.
No.
I assure you it was.
Cats or dogs?
Cats, easy.
If you time traveled, where would you go?
Back to see some old friends.
See some old friends?
Yes, so like, I'd go 5 years ago. 4, let's go 3. I'd go back in time 3 years.
Favourite word?
cracker.
Guilty pleasure.
Watching the Trolls movies.
Watching the Trolls movies.
There we go. That's guilty pleasure.
My God. The Trolls movies. Why do you watch the Trolls movies?
They're great. The music's fun.
Oh, right.
The animation is amazing, and they are actually funny.
Cool.
It's not high cinema, but they're fun. And I'm gonna watch all of them, even if they come out with more. I'm gonna watch the fourth one. I can't wait.
Fourth one? Is that coming out?
That'll be a fourth one.
Favorite superhero?
Homelander.
DC or Marvel?
If it wasn't for the DCEU, I would say DC, but that is ass. That sucks. So I'm going to go Marvel, just because I would...
Marvel.
If you told me to sit down and watch every DC movie or sit down and watch every Marvel movie, I'd rather watch every Marvel movie. So there we go.
Photos or videos?
If I could only take photos or videos first in my life, I'd rather take photos.
Favorite kind of editing software?
Splice.
Splice. Last quickfire question. Who would you like to see on the show next, if you had the choice?
Daniel Hoggard.
Right?
Daniel Hoggard. I challenge you. No. Yeah. That would be really interesting. He's great with politics.
Right.
So if you want to talk, if you want to have a
Who?
Daniel Hoggard.
No, don't know who that is.
You just look him up.
Okay.
Fine, get him on the show. I can get him on the show for you. Politics, great.
What is he? Does he study politics?
Yes, and he wants to go into law.
Wow. Okay.
Very
Get on the
funny,
show.
funny guy.
I was
Very
going to say
attractive.
right.
Very attractive guy. Hot, tall.
Okay.
So
Good friend of yours.
single. He's single as well, ladies.
This is a podcast, not a dating
Okay.
show. What about Dan? Pookie. I can't say his surname.
Dan's great. Daniel Hoggard.
No,
He's
Dan.
amazing.
DJ.
That guy,
DJ.
get him on.
Ella and Lucy.
Smash Tawny.
Ella
We
and
could do a
Lucy?
Smash Tawny.
What's Smash Who?
Super Smash Brothers.
Oh, right.
We could get both me and him.
Yeah.
Set up a TV there.
Right. Okay.
Play that for an hour.
React to.
You react to it.
Yeah.
Me and Dan just playing for an hour.
Okay.
I can't wait. Let's get it done.
Interesting.
And then we can do another one where we talk about Doctor Who.
Awesome.
And another one where I interview you
Right. Okay.
on the Ben Titmuss podcast,
Right.
which you'll post on yours.
Okay.
What is this podcast called, by the way?
Huh?
What's
Chat that. Chat that. It's on the book.
I can't see the book.
Oh, it's there. You know what it's called?
Chatting that.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't say what it was called.
Oh, that's true.
You
Well,
never
actually,
wa-
hang
I've
on.
never once
Oh, that's
mentioned
true.
it.
Actually, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. That's
You've
bad.
never mentioned
Sorry.
the title of this
Sorry.
podcast.
I did at the beginning.
I just thought it was called Matt.
At the beginning.
I wasn't listening.
There you go. I thought you could say Ella and Lucy.
That'd be boring as hell, mate.
Ugh,
I'd
I
fall
don't think that's
asleep.
true.
No one was listening. No one would listen to that.
Is there any friend mentions like Ella and Lucy you would like to thank on the show? Friends,
Not
and
Ella and
family?
Lucy.
Ugh.
Do not thank them.
Well, I'd like to. They,
Don't invite them on the show.
well, they're going to. They're going to.
No, please.
They are. Yeah. First question.
Please.
Stories about Ben T.
Oh god, they have some. I can tell you. What was the question before that?
Friend
Did you
mentions any thank yous.
Oh, any thank yous.
Shout outs.
ask Daniel Hoggard.
Right.
Can't see him on here. Connor Sinclair,
Right.
George Hill, Josh Peverell, whole of Flat 66, Phoebe, Emily Abreu, and then just name drop her. She's great. Yeah, just a bunch. I could list hundreds.
Easy.
Huh?
Easy.
Oh, Izzy Cross as well. Thanks for
Yes.
being my musical bestie for the past 3 years. And for the future also,
Yeah.
please, because you're great at
Yeah.
fashion.
Yeah.
Mainly.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
Fashion sense is
Yeah,
killer.
but you're not involved in that at all?
Nope.
Oh.
I was not.
Shame. Well, there we go. And where can people find you?
Anywhere.
Anywhere.
on the
on
street?
no, I should
On the
phrase that
street?
question. How can you
My
find you on your
postcode is SO.
on socials? I should rephrase that question. Socials. Where can people find you socially?
I
Butterfly?
said this prior, but Buttercup Butterflies. It'll either be an underscore or a dot in between it. Some are different, or just Buttercup Butterflies should come up. I'll be posting lots of music soon, and videos and fun stuff and stuff that's entertaining and not just brain rot. I promise.
Great, right? That's interesting. Yeah.
But yes, I will be doing that. So please check me out. And if you want music, contact me. I will do music for your company, for your film, for your game, whatever. Get in contact, bb.films or Buttercup Butterflies. Just contact me on either. Just say, hey, look, here's my idea for a project. Can you do this? Please pay me as well. But honestly, like price-wise, like anything, let's just come up with it. It could literally be £5 for a song. Like I'm cheap, I'm easygoing, but I also do want to actually start making a living, even if it's £5. But yes, anyone who wants that. See you nodding now. That's so funny. I'm just seeing you nodding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it.
Yeah.
Please,
right.
please
Awesome.
do that.
Yeah. Well, Ben, thank you very much for taking your time.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah, you're very, very talented. You are very talented.
I am.
And yeah.
I am.
Good luck with everything in the future. I really mean it. And yeah, I'll miss you, man. It'll be sad. You need to chill out
I'm
more
going to be
just
here in
before you
Winchester,
leave.
bro.
Will you?
Yeah.
What are you doing next week? Next bop. 22nd of
Oh,
May.
I am going to go to... When's the last bop?
Next week. Next Wednesday.
Is it? That's the last
Yeah.
bop?
Come to you can invite Ed or Lucy to
Not this Wednesday.
No, next Wednesday.
Yeah, I'll go.
Come to my big party prees with Ed or Lucy.
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure, bro.
Yeah.
Who's coming to that?
And like everyone. Dan. I would just invite everyone.
Daniel Hoggard.
No!
Can he come?
I don't know him. It's only people that I know.
But I don't know people.
Well, they're friends. Well, I know them. All right, you invite him.
No one else.
You know what? He does law, so he's sensible anyway. Invite him.
And no one else. Just him. I'll invite.
Yeah. No, Ed or Lucy.
Oh, yeah, you're inviting them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, invite him. All right,
Thank
fine.
you.
All right.
Because he wants to come to the last bop, and I want to go with him.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I see. Okay. And make sure we see each other at graduation as well.
But
when you come back.
I'm living in Winch next year.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Doing what? What? Just living?
Yeah.
I thought you were leaving.
No.
Go back to Milton Keynes.
Nope. Got too many connections here.
Wow.
And I'm also doing a master's.
All right.
Not in Winchester though, doing it in London.
All right.
But commuting.
Shit, didn't know that.
Yeah, for the next 2 years.
I thought you were going to go back to Milton Keynes and work at Culliver's.
Oh, buddy. Rather die. No, so I will literally, we'll hang out, and if you ever need help with music or you don't have a composer, hit me up.
Cheers. Thank you very much, Ben. Make sure you sign my book, and thanks, mate. Cheers. Really appreciate you coming down to be on my show.
Anytime,
you were very
anytime.
good. You were very good.
You're a very good host.
Am I? No.
The best I've ever seen.
Really?
In
You must
my
have seen
Joe
better
Rogan
ones.
who?
What?
Joe Rogan
No,
who?
not Joe Rogan. No. No, we're moving on.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben, for coming on. You can get out later. No, cheers, Ben. Thank you very much for coming on, and good luck with everything. And I hope you. I recommend you to a lot of people. Yeah, you're very known in the MMC, a lot. So in a good way. So thank you very much to Ben for being on the show. If you want to be on the show, go to CT Plus Productions. Again, I always end this, but Harrison Ford, please come on my show. I'm begging you. That's Chat and That. Thank you very much for Ben, and I will see you later. Woo! Yeah!
Harrison Ford?
Yeah, I love Harrison Ford.
You want Harrison Ford to be on your podcast?
Yeah, he's my dream person.
That's pretty cool.
It is cool.
How is that going to come into fruition? How are you going to...
Well, I don't know. Drinks can be made.